Hello students, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to discuss about class 9's polynomials chapters, a very important topic, that is remainder theorem. But before we go to remainder theorem statement and its proof and its applications, we need to know division process for polynomials. Up to 8 we all have done divisions for numbers and all. Now we will be doing divisions for polynomials. So one divisional rule everybody knows, that is dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? So this rule everybody knows, because this we have been using it from our very lower classes. Now the same rule also will be valid for polynomials. Only what we will be writing, dividend polynomial is equals to divisor polynomial into quotient polynomial. I am writing in short form, plus remainder polynomial. Okay? Sorry for the interruption because my batteries were gone. So let's continue. Dividend polynomial equals to divisor polynomial plus quotient polynomial plus remainder polynomial. This is only the formula for division for polynomials, and I'm writing it in algebraic expressions like this. P of x is equals to g of x, I am taking it as divisor polynomial. Q of x, I am taking it as quotient polynomial, and R of x, I am taking it as remainder polynomial. But this will be only valid, the statement will be only valid if we write one thing, that is provided 0, either R of x equals to 0, either R of x equals to 0, or degree of R of x less than degree of g of x. What does it mean? If we are dividing one polynomial by another polynomial, then what will be happening? Obviously we will get one quotient and one remainder. Now these first dividend polynomial can be exactly divisible by the divisor polynomial, then remainder can be 0, like multiples. Already we have done for many numbers, like you take 3, 24. So if you are dividing 24 by 3, you will get remainder 0. So here also remainder can be 0. But another possibility is that if remainder is not 0, then degree of Rx less than degree of g of x. Degree of Rx can't be equal or more than degree of g of x, because g of x is the divisor and R of x is the remainder. You think about a division, suppose 3 and 26. 3 and 26, so 3 is 24, and then you are getting remainder as 2. You are getting remainder 2 which is less than 3, that's why we are stopping the divisional process here. Think about that. Can we have anything here as remainder which is more than divisor? No, we can't have that. And if we have that means we need to check our calculations. We have done our calculations wrong. Okay, so we can't have remainder more than divisor. This is for normal numbers division, but we are talking about polynomials division. So for polynomials division, the language will be little bit different. What are the numbers? The numbers are its degrees. So the remainder's degree will be less than divisor's degree. Okay. So again, it is depending on the numbers, but the numbers are degree here. Okay. Again, I am telling that remainder always will be carrying less degree than divisor. Okay, so this has to be always there in your mind, because this is very important concept and you need to know it. Okay, so should I erase it? I hope you all have noted it down. Okay, now coming to the main topic, that is remainder theorem. Remainder theorem, that means a theorem which will be related to remainder for any divisional process, but here it is for polynomial divisions. Okay, so what is its statements? Statement is, let p of x be a polynomial of degree 1 or more than 1. And a be a real number, then if p of x is divided by x minus a, remainder will be p of a. And this is the remainder theorem's statement. Now this is a statement, so what will be its proof? How can we prove it? So the first thing that you can see that p of x is the dividend, x minus p of x is divided by x minus a, that means x minus a is the divisor, and for this divisor there will be one quotient polynomial and one remainder polynomial, right? This is the divisional process and division for polynomials. Now coming to this statement and this one, as divisor having the degree 1, so r of x will have only degree 0. Why? Because we wrote that degree of Rx less than degree of g of x. So as the degree of g of x always will be greater than degree of Rx, gx is this, so this is its degree is 1. That means r of x must be having the degree as 0. We will write that as g of x equals to x minus a equals to divisor has degree 1, r of x must be of degree 0. Degree 0 means it's a constant number, so we are taking r of x equals to, suppose, m, say. So m is the constant remainder here. Now m is the constant remainder. That means in this whole expression or equation, you can say, if we put in place of x a, that means it will be p of a is equals to a minus a into q of a plus r of x is constant, that is m. From this, p of a equals to, this is 0. 0 into anything will give us 0 m, and that equals to actually m. So we have got that the remainder is p of a. Therefore, remainder is equals to p of a, and this only we had to prove. So it is proved. It's very simple. Okay, just you need to know that formula, or you can say the concept for division of polynomials. Remainders concept, degree of Rx less than degree of g of x. Either this or R of x equals to 0. Okay. So I hope that you already have got the clear idea. So I am rubbing this one also. Okay, now we will go to the exercise of your NCERT book, that is exercise 2.3. This is the exercise related to remainder theorem. So I have my book, this one. So the first question is, find the remainder when p of x is equals to, given as question number 1, x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. So the first question is that p of x is this. You have to find out the remainder when it is divided by x plus 1. This is number 1. Number 2, x minus half. Number 3, x plus pi. And number 4, 5 plus 2x. So I am doing it for first one and the last one. Okay. Now look, in remainder theorem, means in the statement, the form was x minus a. It was x minus a. So if it is x plus a, then we have to find out p of minus a. Okay. So this is p of x. Question number 1 for x plus 1. That means it can be written as x minus of minus 1, right? So x minus a, that means a equals to minus 1. Therefore we have to find out p of a, that is p of minus 1, that is equals to minus 1 to be replaced here in place of x. Minus 1 whole cube is minus 1. 3 into minus 1 whole square is 3. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 plus 1. 1 will be cancelled out. 3 will be cancelled out. We are getting as 0. That means p of a is 0. What does it mean? It means x plus 1 gives us the remainder as 0. Okay, and that's the answer. Therefore, remainder is equals to 0. Simple. Okay. Coming to question number 4. Question number 4 is 5 plus 2x. Look at the form. This is x plus a. So how we will be doing it for 5 plus 2x? So for this type of question, we will first make it as 0. And then from this we will find out x's value. So x's value is minus 5 by 2. From this we can find out x's value as minus 5 by 2. This minus 5 by 2 we will replace here. That means we will find out p of minus 5 by 2. That is equals to minus 5 by 2's whole cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2's whole square plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 plus 1. That is equals to minus 5 5 is a 25, 25 5 is a 125 divided by 8. 2 cubes are 8 plus 3 into 25, it's 75 divided by 4 minus 15 divided by 2 plus 1. 8 will be the LCM. It will be minus 125, it will be 150, it will be 60, and it will be 8. From this is plus 25 minus 60 is equals to minus 35 plus 8 is minus 27. So we are getting minus 27 by 8. You calculate this, you will get minus 27 by 8. Therefore, this is the required remainder. And it's the answer. Okay. So this is the way of finding remainder. I hope you have got how to find it out. This is the straight away. It is given x minus half. That means you have to find out p of half. And this is you have to find out p of minus pi. Similarly, means it's very similar as number 1. Then next, coming to question number 2. Question number 2 is to find out the remainder when a polynomial given is divided by x minus a. So just the calculation, normal calculation. I am doing question number 3, which is the last question of this exercise. Question number 3. Question number 3 tells that check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cubed plus 7x. You have to check whether this is a factor of this or not. Okay. So when we call a divisor as factor, when we have the remainder 0, like you think about 5. 5 is a factor of 25. Why we can say it? And why we will say it? Because if we divide 25 by 5, we will get the remainder 0. So similarly, we are not telling that 5 is a factor of 27. 5 is not a factor of 27. Why not factor of 27? Because if we divide 27 by 5, we will not get the remainder as 0, because the remainder will be 2. So remainder is not 0. That means 5 is not a factor of 27, whereas 5 is factor of 25. Here also we need to find out actually the remainder. remainder related to this divisor. So for this we will make it as 0 and x will be minus 7 by 3. We will put minus 7 by 3 here. That means p of x, I am taking it as 3 of x, 3x cube plus 7x, that is equals to 3 into minus 7 by 3 is whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. It equals to 3 into minus 7 into 7 into 7. So 7 7s are 49 and 49 into 7 is equals to 343. So it's minus 343 divided by 3. Sorry, divided by 27. That means 3 into 3 into 3. Minus will be here. So 3 will be cancelled out. Okay. Plus minus 49 divided by 3. So ultimately we are getting minus 343 divided by 9 minus 49 divided by 3. Quite obvious, if you are calculating it, you will be getting not equals to 0. As after you please calculate it. After calculation, as we will get 0 and not equals to 0, that means this is not a factor. This is not a factor of given polynomial 3x cube plus 7x. If it would be 0, then we would say that this is a factor of this, but the reality is that we have got not equals to 0. That means 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Okay, so this was only your exercise. So this is all about today's session, students. I hope you all have understood, and now you can apply your knowledge to different types of questions of remainder theorem. So with that hope, we will meet in the next video with any other topic. Till then, have a good day.